Hello everyone. Hello. It's a celebration. It's a celebration, so I'm excited to join you guys today. A lot of people are writing to me, but I don't want to get too close because I already got the comment last time that I bring my hand too much into the camera. So come on in, come on, and let's talk about celebrating mother. This is Mother's Day weekend, and I'm excited to join you guys today. And for those of you that will watch my video later, because I think I get more traction from folks watching the video afterwards. So I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes and then we can get started. All right. Hello. If you join in, you can also share the video so other people can see it. But I want to talk about a couple of topics today. So hi everyone, I'm Lizette Zuno, and I've been doing this live since most of us has been in quarantine, and I call them hashtag live with Lizette. Live your best life, live your best virtual life conversation. So if you have joined any of my live or previous to this one, you get in the theme, that the theme is really about woman empowerment and giving women a platform and a little voice to sharing stories that are close to us, a story that we are really deeply impacted by. So in the past 3 weeks, I shared about my struggle with anxiety in the past and how to cope with it, and then we talk about then how to embrace change in this very unprecedented time, and how this can actually bring value in our life if we can embrace change. Then last weekend on Saturday, it's always every Saturday at 2 p.m. And last weekend on Saturday, we tackle the health conversation. I got a lot of feedback and a lot of comment in my inbox about it's not about me, I can just keep all this story, but every story that I'm sharing, I know deep in my heart that I'm not the only one dealing with it. That's why I put myself out there in the hope that that you are not alone in any situation. So don't feel sorry for me. Most likely if I'm sharing it, I've already went through it, and there's never a testimony without a test, right? So I appreciate everybody checking on me, but do not worry about me. I am fine, thank you. My health is fine, and I'm just work in progress like everybody else. So that was about last week. Health is your wealth, and last week when we finished, I did mention that we were gonna tackle the topic of purpose and passion, because that's really something that I'm highly passionate about. But then I realized on Monday that this was Mother's Day weekend, and I was like, we got to talk about celebrating motherhood, celebrating mothers, celebrating women in general. So I'm gonna start out and say happy Mother's Day to all the women that will be watching me later on. And I want to start out by saying we need to learn to celebrate ourselves, period. This whole society of, oh, one day for Mother's Day, one day for Women International Day, doesn't work for me. And we need more than that, and we need to embrace to celebrate ourselves. And I talk a lot about women confidence. That's really an area that I'm passionate about. I don't talk about things that I'm not passionate about, if you know me enough. So but I feel like we have to own our own happiness. And I tell you, when you own your own happiness, everybody around will start loving you the way you love yourself. So I'll give you a short story. A couple of years ago, actually 5 years ago, I had a very bad car accident. I was in the car with my daughter, and I had a really bad car accident, and I really saw my lash flash in front of me. For anybody that have been in a car accident, and then from that moment, when every time I go to the store and I see, I love flower in general, but every time I go to the store and I see flower, I'm always thinking, wait a minute, these, when you go to a funeral, usually people are buying people flower, right? You see a lot of flower at the funeral home. Why don't you buy yourself flower while you're alive? You know, why should you wait for people to flower you with flowers, you know, flood you with flower while you after you're dead? So from that moment on, I decided that every time I go to the grocery store, if I can have enough money to buy milk for my family, I'm gonna have enough money to buy myself flower. And that became literally a habit, a ritual that I follow until today. So every time I go to the grocery store, I buy myself a flower, and literally had made everybody around me love and understand a little bit more. As obviously, you know, it make your family understand that you love flower, and then they follow suit. So that's just a little example to tell you that learn to love yourself, you know, instead of just waiting for the one weekend, the one Mother's Days, you know, learn to love yourself, you know. And really, I'm really passionate about woman empowerment. So I know a couple of people are asking me, oh, so you're doing the Facebook Live, but I was looking for it on your personal Facebook, and I keep saying, no, I create this new. So I want to take some time, you know, in this celebration, and for those of you that will come online later, you know, I have a little gift at the end, hopefully, and that I can talk about it. But it's really about I create this platform that I call Z to empower you, and it's really came from the heart and my heart, my deepest desire to share information, because I know on my own Facebook I share all kind of information. It can get really crowded and unfocused. So I wanted to have a different place where I can share things that are really relevant to women, particularly women that really want to up their game, up their confidence, you know, really want to take ownership of their life, you know, women leader. I'm really big into leadership, and everybody is a leader, especially us women. We are a leader of our family. We lead everything. We lead our kids, we lead our husband, we lead the household into the direction that the family goes and the future of the family. So I really wanted to use that platform, a safe and supportive platform that empower, equip and elevate women to become a leader and live their God-given potential. That's really what the Z to Empower You Facebook page is about. In the future, there will be more things that we get evolved, but for now, that's just what about. So I want you guys to join in. You know, some of you are on the page, you probably don't know what is it about, you know. So on my video that are directly impacting and talk about womanhood will be going forward on that Facebook page. You know, think of it as a repository. I'm talking technical terms. Think of it as a blog place where all the thing. And I didn't want to do a group where we're just chatting about random thing. I want to put article, I want to put video, anything that will uplift you in your womanhood. You know, since we're talking about motherhood, you know, so many mother, you know, one of the things that mother we feel I call it, this is how I call it, I call it motherhood is a sport. It's a competitive sport that you get in. You don't know, nobody check you in at the door and tell you these are the requirements, these are things that you need, these are the skill set that you need. You just jump into it. It's a very divine role. And we women, we struggle a lot with imposter syndrome and guilt, and I really want us to, you know, let that go, because the kids that we're raising and the family that we're raising, they really feel like we're enough. So I want you, if you're listening to me or watching me, that know that you are enough. If we see you, we appreciate you, especially during this pandemic time. You know, research has shown that women are taking a lot more of the brunt of the work, family chore. You know, we have to do our full-time job. If you're an entrepreneur, you have to take care of your business. Then you have to do the cooking, the cleaning. You got to do also the homeschooling with the kids. You got to do the driving. You got to do the grocery. You You got to do the IT support in the house for those kids, jumping on Zoom. You got to do the caregiving of your family member. So there's so much you have to. You got to support everybody emotionally, spiritually. You become like almost like a a motivational and inspirational human being in the house, supporting everybody going through this, and you don't want them to lose it during this quarantine time. So this is really, we do a lot for our family. So but then you ask, like, who does what for us, right? So that's why you have to pick up yourself. Obviously you have the higher power, God, that is covering you and strengthening you, but you got to find strength within yourself. So you have to give yourself self-compassion. You gotta give yourself self-love. I have created a lot of boundary around my family. So when I create literally boundaries, so when I'm doing something, I don't get interrupted because I need that time to resource myself to get back and become the best mother that I need to be for my family. So think about things that you can do, on a daily basis. Happy that you can do that can resource you, because it's literally a sport that nobody give you a roadmap, nobody give you a manual, and you have to navigate. Obviously you have mothers, but our mothers did not live the reality that we live in. Every generation every generation face different hurdle and challenge. So you have to literally live your reality. So I really create this platform so that we can share idea. I'm not for the one that like to have women play victim a lot about the situation. I like women to take control of the situation and navigate it no matter what in front of us. So that's really the idea behind the Z to empower you. Okay, so I also know that the motherhood conversation can get really tricky and challenging, especially for us women when we get to a certain age, where family member, especially in our culture, African culture that I'm from, or any other culture as a matter of fact, right? Because I've talked to friends that are not African, and they deal with the same too. Like the girl or the woman, when they get to a certain age, or when you get married or you're single, people are asking you, when are you gonna get married? And then when you get married, they ask me when you can have kids. I really need all of this to stop for the sake of us, for the sake of women. I feel like women need to be given a hard choice to do whatever they want. Choice and liberty to just live their life and make the choice that they want. And I know, and I've been victim of that. I've been victim of even mothers before I was mother. They're like, oh, you don't understand this situation because you are not a mother, you don't really understand the situation. And I just look at it like, okay, but this is the thing. Let me tell you another quick story. One of the best advice that I receive about life in general usually come from somebody that is not a mother, because they have a different perspective totally. They're almost removed from the situation, so that gives them an opportunity to actually just tell you things randomly. But then if you really accepting and receiving feedback, if you mull it over a little bit, you realize that, yeah, that was not a bad idea. That was not a bad idea. That's actually something I can try. So let's not use this whole dismissal of women that have not have a child, because having a child is just responsibility that God give you. But these days there's so many choice for women. You can, so don't let anybody shrink you down or underestimate you because you have not went through delivering a child or went through like a 9 month, because there's even people discriminating, like, oh, did you have the baby, did you do surrogacy? All of this is just unnecessary. It's really unnecessary. You can literally go to somewhere and adopt a kid and be done and become a mother. So we shouldn't be, it's literally can be a choice that you can make. So I want to encourage you, if you are single, if you have not have a kid, do not let anybody shrink you down. Take your power within and live your best life the way you want to. Actually learn to love yourself. Learn that self-love, self-admiration. Have self-compassion for yourself and drive yourself toward your goal, and by the grace of God, somebody's gonna come in your path, or you're gonna make the decision that is best for you to have that child, if that's what you really want to be a mother. But to my story that I was gonna say, a couple of years ago when I had my first daughter, and then I'm going through infertility and all that, one of my aunts, my best aunt that I actually love the most, she doesn't have kids. She never had kids. She never got married. She never had a kid. But I listen to her a lot because she has a different perspective to it. You know, she doesn't have an attachment, and she's the best mother. If anything happened to her, she has so many kids out there that we all rally around and help her. So she, every year she'll call me. We always talk like for the New Year's. And that year, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, she told me, Lizette, if you really want to have your second kid, get serious about it. I know you love shoes, you love purse, but you need to invest, you know. Go out there and go figure it out. Go find the best doctor. Go find whoever you need to find that can help you to have that baby, or help you, or go out there and just try to get creative, you know. And I was like, I laughed. I was like, okay, okay, I heard you. But then the couple of next day when I thought about it, I was like, wow, she is really telling me something that she wish she had done, because at there in the generation there was no technology, there's no science that is really evolved for us women this day. So she's really telling me, don't just sit and, you know, play the video and say, oh my god, I can't have kid, oh my god, I don't know what's going on. Go out there and try to find what is the things. If you want to adopt, if you want to do surrogacy, if you want to do IVF, you know, just go out there if that's really what you want to do, you know. Don't play the victim, just go out there. So I literally took that in, and then start looking for doctor, and then go through my infertility doctor, and we know the end of it. I was gonna bring my son in the video, you know, but he was not in the mood for that. You know, he wanted to grab the iPhone instead, my iPad instead. So I let him go have a good nap. But a quick that quick story to just tell you that don't underestimate people that don't have kids. You know, they can always have the best perspective and give it to you. Women naturally always have the best perspective. So let's not shrunk each other, you know, and say you don't have kids, you don't understand, you know. Everybody experience are valuable and are valid, you know. Everybody dream are valid, you know. So whatever you want to do, everybody's choice are valid. Everybody's choice matter, you know. What you want to do is what you want to do, and we are acceptable. We should be happy. We should just leave women alone and give them the freedom to do whatever they want to do. All right, so I'm looking. I can't really tell how many people are live. I don't see any comment, but my gift was gonna be for anybody that watch my video and share it with 5 or more girlfriend, and they commented. You know, I'm gonna give you a beautiful e-gift card to a massage spot in your city. So that's really the gift that I wanted to surprise my viewer with as well. You know, a couple of things that I'm what am I up to? I saw somebody joining. So that's the hi Yemi. I see Yemi joining. I'm almost at the end of the live. And I see some people are writing to me, I cannot come, because you guys say when I come it's kind of like disturbing. So I'm just gonna sit here and continue to talk, but I wanted to wrap up now. You know, the whole idea is I want to wish you happy Mother's Day. At least it's Mother's Day on this side of the ocean for this weekend. I know Mother's Day is like maybe the end of the month in Europe and Africa, but it's Mother's Day weekend for us here. So take this message, enjoy it this weekend, and then in 2 to 3 weeks also, you know, you can replay it and share it. But for anybody that share my message, you know, to 5 more women, and they commented about what I talk about or how it make them feel, I will send you a $25 gift certificate to a massage spot in your city, so you can go treat yourself and be the best mother that you are, and that a good massage that you deserve, you know. So I want to thank you for listening and watching my live again this Saturday. I hope it was beneficial to you. I hope you find something out of it. I try to explain a little bit more about my Facebook page, Z to Empower You, that I create. What is really the idea behind it? Because I think some of you guys have been asking me. Is really a safe and supportive platform to help equip women, empower women, and elevate us a woman leader. And when I say woman leader, is all of us, we leaders, right? We lead in our family, we lead in our home, we lead in our community. So we are all leader in whatever area that we are. Women leader to gain more confidence in live the best given talent. So that's really the idea behind the platform. I want you guys to get involved, share message, share video, share any learning, you know. I also have a couple of things that I have a book club that I created a couple of months ago, and we're reading a book right now called Start With Wise. It's a leadership book by Simon Sackett. So if you want to join, I can put the link. Also, you can ask me to put the link on the video. So that's great. And I also turned that book club into a podcast. I'm really excited about that, and see how that's gonna work out. And I'm also thinking about creating another podcast about this whole topic that I've been sharing on this live that I've been doing every Saturday, because the whole idea of this live started from me wanting to just talk about different topic during this quarantine. And we know that the quarantine is almost over, so next Saturday we're gonna get back on topic. The topic that I was going to talk about last time was finding your purpose and passion. You know, I'm gonna walk you to and trying to unpack how you can find your purpose and passion. It's already there, you just don't know it yet. So I'm gonna talk about things that you have to watch for, things that you have to listen for within yourself, you know, to find your purpose and passion. Because when you find your purpose and passion, it kind of like give you a drive and a direction, you know, onto what matter to you on a daily basis, and then that give you inspiration and motivate you to do so many things. So that's what I want to talk about next Saturday. So I hope you guys join me again every Saturday, 2 p.m. Central Time. That's about it, really. I really thank you guys again for watching, listening, and happy Mother's Day. Enjoy your weekend. You deserve it. Your family know that you deserve it, even if you don't get anything, you know. Pamper yourself, enjoy your day, relax, and I'll see you next Saturday. All right, thank you, bye.